Hey, Brian Pfeiffer here, marketingmeathead.com, and today I'm going to show you how to set up a PPC campaign on Amazon for Amazon FBA. All right, welcome back. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, go ahead and subscribe and bang the notifications bell. We talk about everything online and making money over here on this channel, and it's a lot of step-by-step stuff you don't want to miss. So today I'm going to show you guys how to set up a Amazon PPC campaign. I actually just filmed a video on this whole thing, and I think I forgot to hit record, so it is what it is. I'll walk you through another campaign here. It's not a big deal, but what we did here is I'll show you guys kind of a full setup, and then I did go ahead and put a link below. You just enter in your email address, and you can get an entire PDF of how to do this step by step. It's real handy. I put it together for you guys so you can do this yourself. But basically, the whole idea with PPC and Amazon, it's first of all, the actual PPC system on Amazon itself is not that complicated. Once you set up about 3 or 4 of these, it's pretty easy. You kind of understand how it all works. It's really not that hard to set these things up, but you definitely want to do your keyword research. And I use a tool called Zon Key Words to do keyword research, get my my monthly search volume here, and then I'll look at some of my competitors. I'll reverse ACE in them, and I'll get the keywords that they're running based on the Zon Keywords output, and I can see kind of what keywords are ranking for and where they rank, and I kind of know then like what keywords to go after based on my competitors to see what's working and what's not. I also use another tool called Viral Launch. And Viral Launch is a Chrome extension, and they also have a web thing. And basically, you can go in and get a product. You can kind of go ahead and get the monthly searches. You can see like the monthly revenue and whatnot when you're doing your product research. I'll throw a link below to Viral Launch if you're interested in getting that. It is an affiliate link, and you do get like 15% off a month, I believe, or yearly. I bought the yearly pro version, and it's pretty handy to have. For keyword research, I definitely would recommend using Viral Launch and Zon Keywords. They both are pretty helpful. All right, so let's get into it here. The ultimate goal, since I already did this like 3 times today, and I forgot to hit record, I'll save you guys the gluttony of going through it over and over again. But basically, I'll do it once. I'll go through it kind of slow, step by step, and then ultimately, I'll show you what we ended up with. I'm setting up, I'm kind of going after 2 keywords. I'm going to run some PPC ads to these 2 keywords with exact match just to see if my listing gets any traction on those 2 keywords. If it does, then I know my listing's good, my pictures are on, and my description's right, and people are liking it, and then I can kind of maybe go after a launch for one of those keywords and try to rank organically for those keywords. But you really don't know if your product's going to do well against the competitors for those keywords until you run some PPC. So in my opinion, before you do a launch, I would run some PPC to those keywords exact match just to see if you start getting some sales. If you do get some sales, then you'll know that that's something you maybe want to go after. So before you do a launch on, like, say, Pageonify, and I'll include a link below for Pageonify as well if you're interested in them using them for a launch, I would recommend doing a little bit of PPC here. Do a couple exact match terms, and then I set up another one here that has 4 ad groups in it, and I have like a bunch of keywords for broad, exact match, and phrase match, and then a low bid. Okay, and I'll kind of explain why I set all those up the way I do, and you'll see when I set these up, and it's pretty easy to do. Once you do one, you can do them over and over again. It's pretty easy. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to all campaigns here. Start out in the campaign manager, advertising campaign manager. That's where you start, and then you go here, create campaign, and this is where you're going to do a sponsored product. Okay, and this is where you're going to do. This is going to be your campaign here. Now I'll set up an exact match campaign. It's really easy. So this one would be called the Aloha exact match. And this one we're going to do, the keyword I'm going after is Aloha banner. Now I already did this, but I won't save it. But you'll get the idea. We're going to start it today, end it, keep it open, let it run, see how it does. We're going to do manual targeting. So we're going to choose the keywords, okay? And the products, that's what we want, is manual targeting. We're going to do, we got to name the actual ad group. We're only going to have one in this campaign. So this is just going to be called Aloha Banner Exact. This is just for your own internal purposes. You can't end with a space. Okay, take that out. And this is where you select your product. Just click add, puts it over here. So you're selected. All right. Bidding, we're going to go ahead and do a fixed bid. Just leave this as 75 for now. We're just going to go to the suggested bid on this, but it'll show us that. We're going to keyword target, so leave that checked. And then we're just going to enter a keyword here, and we're going to do exact. Okay, you notice there's 3 choices here. Exact. This is where we're going to type in Aloha Banner. Okay. And you'll notice it kind of pulled up some other ideas here, but this is the one we want, Aloha Banner. Just click Add Keywords. And see how we got a keyword bid of 75 and a suggested of 47. Let's just go to apply these suggested and then no negative keywords, and then you would just click launch. And I actually clicked it and go to Campaign Manager. I didn't mean to click it, but whatever. I can just go in and go into my Campaign Manager here, and I'll just turn, see, I already have an exact match, so we don't need 2 of those, so we'll just turn that one off. That's how you do an exact match PPC campaign on Amazon FBA. It's really not that hard. And then what we want to do here for the, where it gets a little more complicated is when you want to do an exact, broad, and a phrase match along with a low bid, and you want to do that for the in the next campaign, okay? And you want to do that with a bunch of keywords, okay? So let me show you guys how to do that. So you just do another create campaign. This is going to be continue. This is going to be called Aloha Banner for ad groups. So you know what's going on. Started today, no end date, budget 100. We're going to do manual targeting, okay? And this is where we're going to do exact match. Let's do exact match. And this is going to be exact match Aloha Banner, so we know. Okay, and we can't have a space. This is where we put the Aloha Banner in. Just click add. All right, now this is where we want to keep it at fixed bids. This default bid doesn't matter. I'm going to show you why in here in a second. Keyword, just leave it here at keyword targeting. And this is where we're going to enter our keywords, okay? Now, if you were just doing them like a cut and paste, you'd want to pick, because we're doing exact, you'd want to pick exact. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a list of keywords that I pulled from my reverse ASIN. And what we want to do is change this to exact. You got to set this up properly. You got to have keyword, match type, and then bid, okay? So let's go to, we're going to change this to 0.5. And what we'll do is we'll copy this all the way down. And we'll just go ahead and hit enter, paste. Okay, so now these are all exact match keywords, and bid is going to be 50 cents, which doesn't matter. I'll show you here in a second. And then we're just going to click save, and then wherever that file is on your computer, you just upload a file. Make sure it's a CSV file, and this is where you click that, and you're going to get all your keywords coming in. You'll see here, they're all exact, and you put your bid at 50 cents. Okay, now you're not going to mess with your bid right here. Don't mess with those. I'm going to show you how to do that. And this is where you'd actually click launch. I don't want to launch this one because I already did this, okay? No negative keywords, and just click launch, okay? Now once you launch a campaign, now you got to go in and mess with these bids, and you can do it kind of like in bulk. So you want to go here to we're going to get out of this thing. We're going to go into campaign. We're not going to save it. And I'll show you how to do it here. So we're going to go into the 4 ad set one here. Now this is where I put the exact, broad, and phrase, and then the low bid. Here is my exact. That's the one I basically just showed you guys how to make. And you go in here. When you get on this page, you just click targeting, and this is going to show your keywords. All right, so here's where it gets a little tricky. First off, you want to make this to 100 pages. I had 89 keywords that I uploaded, and what you got to do here is you want to select all of these, and then you want to apply the suggested bid. But notice it's grayed out. The reason it's grayed out is because some of these keywords don't have any data, so you got to uncheck the few that don't have any data. I had a couple in here that were like this one, felt wall hanging, that's a garbage keyword. I should turn that off, by the way. And aloha happiness. I mean, these aren't probably going to get hardly any traffic. It probably won't do anything. We're going to turn that off. Turn that one off. And notice here we got to uncheck. Any that have no data, we have to uncheck. Okay. And there's another. There's probably one or two more. Notice I turned a couple of these off that are like not relevant to what I'm trying to sell. And sometimes this thing's goofy with the way it. All right, there we go. All right, so now this thing should be able to click on the. I missed one somewhere. This thing's being goofy. You can see it's like the one column's like not the same column, probably because I didn't check those two off. All right, let's see now. As soon as you check them all off, the ones that don't have any data, you'll see that this thing lights up. I missed one. Let's see, no current data, no current data. There's one. Let's take a look here. There's off. No current data. You just got to make sure this column's not checked. There's the one I missed. Boom. All right, so now we should be good. Still not good. Let's see here. No current data, no current data. Paused. All right. No current data. Data. There it is. Okay, see, I missed one. All right, now you're going to see that still missing. It's a little tricky here because you just got to make sure you click on every one of these that don't have current data. I took out a few keywords that were just completely not relevant too, by the way. Let me get this on a bigger screen because it's kind of hard when I'm on a small screen here. Let's see. I'm obviously missing one because as soon as you get the ones that are unchecked, there's one. No current data. No current data. Looks like I got all of them. I don't know what one I'm missing. It's usually like right away there's just one that you missed. That one I checked. That one I checked. That one I checked. That one. Let me try it one more time. All right, so we're going to check on that, and then we're going to go down here. We're going to uncheck, 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 uncheck. See, again, this thing, you can see it's kind of screwy. The columns tend to like, it's not exact, like the columns are moving in one direction like a little bit faster than the other. So it's kind of like annoying, but that is Amazon PPC. That's how it works. So, all right, and we'll go here and okay, that should do it. All right, see, now I got them all. So now we can apply the suggested bid, okay? And notice these are all the same as the bid. Suggested and bid are the same. All right, so click OK. And now here's where we're going to go in. We're going to click all these, and we're going to adjust the bid. And we're going to drop this down to decrease bid by 20%, okay? And we're going to save it. And that's the first thing you want to do. Now, what you want to do here is you want to go in and go to the highest bid here. Notice that I already got these turned off. I'm not paying $5.26 for a freaking click on Aloha. That's not going to do me any good. Or even $171 for Aloha party supplies. So I just clicked those off. But the other ones here are like $1.20 and down. So that's okay. We're going to leave those and see how it runs. So basically, that's exactly how you do it for all of these. Okay, you basically have the you just have to set up the same exact way for the exact match, which we just did, the phrase match and the broad, okay? And all you got to do is just on your spreadsheet is just change this to, you know, phrase, and then you would obviously copy and paste this down, and then you just upload it for phrase, and then you just do the bids the exact same as way I just showed you. Put them down about 20%, and we're going to let it run. So that didn't work. So we go copy, and then we just, you know, once you change all these, just a real simple Excel cut and paste, and then you upload, you save it, upload it, and that's going to be your phrase match. Okay, that's this, and you adjust the bids the same way I just showed you. And then for your low bid, what you want to do is you're just going to do a fixed bid. You're going to do broad and BROAD, and you're going to put at 0.3, and you're going to upload a broad at 0.3 and just leave the bids at 0.3. Okay, you want to keep that low bid strategy in case like there's some ad space open up, so you can just get some cheap traffic basically. Okay, and so we save that, and that's going to be, upload that, and that's going to be your Aloha low bid. You can see all these are set at the targeting here is all going to be set at 30 cents, all of them. So if you change this to 100 and you look at all the bids, all the bids are 30 cents. Okay, so that's your low bid. So that's it. That's how you set up a PPC launch campaign. I targeted a couple keywords for this. I want to just see how those two keywords do, if they get any traction. And then I set up the exact, the phrase, and the broad, 20% lower than the suggested bid. Then I set up the low bid at 30 cents for all my keywords. And now we're going to let this run for a few days and just see how it does. And you know, hopefully the PPC will tell me a couple things. Number one, it's going to tell me which keywords people are liking my product on. It's going to also tell me if my product is a winner as far as like my images and my how it's doing against competition. So I'm hoping like these campaigns I just set up actually net me like a couple, one or two keywords that seem like people are liking my product. I get some sales, and then I'll just kind of know that those are the keywords I'm going to do a launch on with Pageonify, and try to rank organically for those keywords. I'll keep the PPC running, and you know, from there on out, hopefully I'm into the green. Over time, I can just keep reordering the stock and whatnot. But that's how you set up a PPC launch campaign on Amazon FBA. And if you did like this video, I gave you a lot of value here, showed you the real deal. Nobody really shows this stuff unless you pay them. I'm giving it to you for free. If you could like this video, I'd really appreciate it. And go ahead and leave me a comment below and let me know if you like the value I add. I'm the Marketing Meathead. We'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.